Okay. Yeah, welcome to our presentation of scan4cloud for S/4HANA Public Cloud Edition. It finally has arrived. Just a small disclaimer, this webinar will be recorded and there will be a Q&A session at the end of the webinar. My name is Andrzej Gochowski, and together with my colleague Johann Rosenstock, we will introduce you to scan4cloud for this not new ERP system, but it's new in our world, and it might be for a lot of you too. To today's agenda. At first, I will introduce you to our company, all4cloud, who we are. Then I will introduce you to scan4cloud. What is scan4cloud, in case you don't know? Where does scan4cloud have its roots? About functionalities, benefits, advantages, and finally the hardware requirements. And the third point is when Johann will do the practical presentation. all4cloud was funded back in 2015, and we have experience with SAP Cloud ERP since 2008, the very beginning of cloud ERP systems. We've got now over 160 satisfied customers and 85 colleagues there to help you. We do support more than 11,000 users currently. We do offer a full service concept. This means we do not only do the consulting, the implementation, the after-sales support. In addition, we also develop our own solutions for SAP Business ByDesign. And now scan4cloud also offers to develop our own first solution for S/4HANA Public Cloud Edition. We are located in Germany. You might hear from my accent near Frankfurt, but we also have subsidiary in Switzerland. We've got partners all over the world who offer our solution to their customers. The partner network plays a very important role and a very important part to offer the benefits our solutions offers to all customers in need of those advantages. Now, this is something new. In contrast to SAP Business ByDesign, we do offer Euler contracts with every partner interested in selling scan4cloud for S/4HANA Public Cloud. This means you can do contracts with your customer, which was in the past only reserved for our closest focus partners. This is new to the S4 version of scan4cloud. Now, what is scan4cloud? Where does it have its roots? Back in 2017, in July 2017, it was first developed, and our first customer we had in autumn 2017. It was initially developed for SAP Business ByDesign to offer a fully integrated mobile warehouse solution. Since then, scan4cloud has evolved a lot with new features, best practices, and suggestions from our customers, as shown here. We do have customers from all over the world, and we are now taking the next step towards S/4HANA Public Cloud. But what exactly is scan4cloud? scan4cloud is an Android-based application, just like any other app you might know from the Google Play Store. It gives you access to logistic tasks and in SAP S/4HANA Public Cloud, and you can capture data via touch or scan, or the integrated camera, and it's fully synchronized within your SAP Cloud ERP. In this time S4, but in the past it was and still is SAP Business ByDesign. So we do support both cloud ERP systems. scan4cloud is a middleware based on the BTP platform. So scan4cloud is customer driven, but a standardized solution. This means we every customer is using the same version of scan4cloud at the same time. But although it's a standardized solution, we can still set custom behaviors, for example, configuring a custom barcode layout. This is something Johann will tell you more about later. The currently supported tasks for scan4cloud for SAP S/4HANA Public Cloud Edition are in and outbound tasks like picks, goods issue, put away, and goods receipt. Internal tasks like movements and physical inventory counting, access to livestock overview, but this is something Johan will tell you more about in the roadmap later as well. Benefits overview. So no more paperwork. It's a digital solution. This is the main goal we want to reach with scan4cloud. It's fully synchronized within your SAP. It reduces error rates, which leads to better data quality, higher productivity, less frustration for customers and employees. This is very important nowadays. And more precise cost calculation. It's easy to use. We've never had to give any training for any of our customers, and it supports 11 languages. This is very unique among the other solutions there might be. The latest one was Czech just a few weeks ago. It's the same user login as in S4, and existing barcodes layouts can be used, and the implementation takes just a few days, not weeks, not months, not years, just a few days. So this is very unique. Also unique is that you can work offline. If, however, S/4HANA Public Cloud might be offline, or the device has no Wi-Fi, scan4cloud is still able to buffer the process data within the device and then synchronize it back when either the device or the cloud is back online again. Hardware requirements are quite low. This means we do only need a smartphone or a tablet with a screen size larger than 4.7 inches, an Android system later than 5.0, and the inbuilt camera, and the device has to have an inbuilt camera, a laser scanner, or an external variable. Now I'd like to hand over to Johan, who will introduce you to scan4cloud in a practical approach.
Yes, thank you, Andre, and hello, everybody. My name is Johan. I'm the logistic consultant at all4cloud. And yes, in the next minutes, I'm happy to show you the current status of our S/4HANA public cloud version of scan4cloud, and also introducing you to our plans of enhancing scan4cloud in the future months. So I have a real handheld device in front of me, and I'm mirroring the screen so we can easily see and get a good idea about the look and feel of scan4cloud. As mentioned, scan4cloud is an Android-based application, so it can run on nearly every Android-based device. Preferable, you are going to use devices, of course, which has an integrated laser scanner, as scanning barcodes makes it much easier than using the camera. Let me explain how the implementation works. So if you decide, or the customer decide, to go for scan4cloud, it will take a couple of business days for us to technically implement scan4cloud on the target system. And afterwards, after the implementation, the customer is free to start using scan4cloud. To get the application on the device, there are two ways. The first way is obviously using the Google Play Store. So if the customer is using a device which supports GMS, Google Mobile Services, including the Google Play Store services, they can simply open the Play Store and search for scan4cloud and download it as a normal application on the device. Second option, usually used when the GMS, Google Mobile Services, are not included on the device, is that we are able to provide the customer the latest version, Android installation file version of scan4cloud. It can be downloaded and installed manually on the device as a one-time action, because we are frequently releasing new versions of scan4cloud to enhance functionalities. And within the approach of installing it manually once, the future updates will be handled within an in-app update functionality. That means the user opens the scan4cloud, and in every start of scan4cloud, it checks if there are a new update available, and if so, there will be a dialog shown to the user asking to press the update button to get the new version. Okay, once scan4cloud is installed and implemented, let's start it. On the first start of scan4cloud, the user needs to go to the top right, and we are going to provide a data ratings barcode, including a so-called cloud platform code, which needs to be scanned in that field. And this is somehow technically how to connect the solution to the target system. As we're here in the settings, let's stay here for a couple of seconds more. You see it's really straightforward, nothing really to configure, as this is the main focus we are focusing on when developing scan4cloud user interfaces. We want to keep it really easy to use and without anything to think about before starting using it. The only thing the user can do here is choose between 11 languages so far, and that's it. Now we are going to go back to the login screen. In the login screen, you need to know that users can log in with their S/4HANA system credentials, or in addition, we are also supporting single sign-on in the near future. We will keep it simple now. I'm just logging in now with my credentials, and we are going to the main menu. Here we are in the main menu. We have separated all different transaction types which are available in S/4HANA into different folders, and this main menu shows the current state and current status of the solution. So we are supporting inbound related transactions like put away tasks and working on inbound deliveries. Same way on the other side, outbound tasks, pick tasks, and outbound deliveries, and as well as inventory counting tasks. Next to this task-based functionalities, we are also offering goods movements and querying the stock of a specific site. Yeah, this is more or less the functional scope. And for the demo now, I would like to run through a sample pick task. So we will create the sales order in S4, create the outbound delivery out of it, and then process it. Therefore, let me open our demo environment. So first of all, we're going to create the sales order. And I will keep it simple, just adding one item to the order. So we are first of all selecting the customer. And then adding a new item to it. As requested quantity, we are just adding 3 pieces. And now we are good to go to save the sales order, and out of it, as a follow-up, we are going to create the outbound delivery. So sales order 27 has been created. All right, now we have created the outbound delivery 22. We can have a look at the outbound delivery in the Manage Outbound Delivery application. I scroll down, I see, so this is the newest one, but picking status is not yet processed. And now we can jump into scan4cloud. So to get new tasks in scan4cloud, in the current version, we need to manually puddle them. So that means by pressing the sync button, new task, which might be created in the meantime since the last synchronization will be downloaded. If I open the outbound folder, as a result, I see the new outbound delivery. And yeah, this is how the each and every folder looks like. By default, all tasks in the folder are separated into 2 tables. First table is about my tasks, so tasks which are already assigned to my user, and unassigned tasks, which means there are tasks which are not assigned to anybody else and which are open to be picked up by somebody. If I decide to work on the newly created outbound delivery, I need to assign it. And one option to assign the task is just pressing this take button. Beside that, there will be also an option to search the task or by scanning a barcode, including the task ID. Now, as we have assigned the task, and by the way, the assignment works in all areas of scan4cloud in the same way. If I've done the assignment by mistake, or if I have already partially confirmed the task and somebody else needs to take over, I can swipe from the right to the left and unassign the task again, which makes it again open to somebody else. Now we are going to open the pick task. And what we see is that, we have only one item. We see some details about the item and as well as including the global trading number, which is maintained. And I think we have maintained multiple global trading numbers. Yes, that's right. We also have a global trade number for the pallet unit of measure, which equals 200 pieces. We see the customer, which has been assigned to the sales order of the outbound delivery. And that's it. To confirm a task in scan4cloud, or let's say when we started developing scan4cloud, we thought about what's really the benefit, the key benefit of using a mobile solution like our solution. And we have said that, the main focus should be on working accurate and to ensure that the user has really picked up the right product with the right batch number and the right serial number. The easiest way is to force a user to confirm everything what he or she is doing before the confirmation will be sent to the system. And to ensure this, we have introduced these checkboxes to all elements which are relevant, including the quantity. And you see the button at the bottom left. This is the confirm button to send the confirmation to the system, and which is grayed out at the moment. So it will throw an error message when pressing it. And in a second, when we are confirming everything, you will see that the button is not grayed out anymore, and we can complete the confirmation. So how to complete the confirmation? Of course, obviously, I'm able to use barcodes to confirm everything. I will just explain it as one example because Andrew already mentioned that there is a configuration option regarding the barcode identification. And yeah, that's correct. So what's special about scan4cloud regarding barcoding? When using our software, the customer does not need to have to relabel anything in their warehouse. If, for example, they come from another ERP system, just are in the phase of implementing S/4HANA public cloud, and everything is already labeled with their previously used WMS system. In that case, we can adopt the logic how the other solution has recognized a barcode. One approach is handling simply GS1 barcodes, means having an application identifier like 91 in front of products or 01 in front of global trading numbers. But we are not dependent on that approach as we are using regular expressions on the middleware where we are doing all the customer specific configurations for scan4cloud. And here our possibilities are endless. So we can listen to patterns, we can listen to lengths of values to recognize them. Because when using our software, the user does not need to follow a specific order of scanning objects, like initially start with the product, then with the logistics area, then with the quantity. Based on the value which has been scanned, scan4cloud should be able to recognize the object automatically. That means let me now scan that product barcode at the top, or let's scan the product barcode here, and you will just hear the scan sound. And you see as a result, the product ID has been confirmed because that's actually the product in the value. In our demo solution, we are following the GS1 standard, having application identifiers for each and everything. But as said, it could be also listening to the pattern, like If there will be a dash on this 4th and 7th character, this would be also a sufficient rule to let scan4cloud recognize the whole value to be a product ID and compare it with the product ID of the item. Okay, yeah, let's simply confirm that task now in scan4cloud. The open quantity is 3, and yeah, let's just complete it fully. To complete the task, I can now simply, and by the way, everything I've done now in the task itself can be done even when you're in the airplane mode. So when I press now the synchronization button, all tasks I have, let's say, fully prepared will be sent to the system. And at the same time, back again, scan4cloud will check if there might be new created tasks in the meanwhile. So now, as the synchronization is done, let's refresh the view in S4HANA. Oh, sorry, something went wrong. Our confirmation has not been. I think I missed the quantity, sorry. Now we're doing the confirmation one more time and singly transmitting that item now to S4. And as a result, now refreshing the view one more time, we see that the status of our pick task has been changed to completely processed. And yeah, that's it. There are a lot of more features in scan4cloud, and some of them I would like to summarize. And afterwards, we will have a look on the roadmap. So first of all, scan4cloud is sticking to 100% to the S4HANA Public Cloud standard processes. So it should be fully compatible with all customers who are using or not using any specific adjustments in the processes itself. Secondly, while every user worldwide is using the same version of scan4cloud at the same time, we are able to adjust the behavior of scan4cloud on the customer level, like already shown and explained regarding the barcode configuration, which can be done on a system or on a customer level. Third point is about, although already mentioned by Andre, that scan4cloud only needs a connectivity to the system for the synchronization of newly created tasks and for task confirmations towards the system, obviously. In between these steps, the user can work fully offline, which means that they even can go in the airplane mode. Think about that not all corners of a warehouse are properly covered with a Wi-Fi. There is no problem to continue working it, as all data which are relevant for the task are synchronized locally to the device. So working on the task can be done while being offline. Number 4 is about the multi-tenancy. We are using, as shown in the slides of Andre, we are using a middleware in between the end user devices and the ERP systems. And we have developed an own multi-tenancy logic, which is ensuring the data segregation. And our solution is not only used in S4HANA Public Cloud, but also by BYD or ByDesign customers at the same time. So we have already a couple of customers who are thinking to move forward from Business ByDesign to S4HANA Public Cloud with their mother environment. And while their subsidiaries will keep staying in the Business ByDesign area due to their size. And in that case, everybody simply can use the same application, as it will react differently based on the system it is connected to. And number 5, you probably has already thought about, because in the live demo now you have seen that I have worked on an outbound delivery. So I'm obviously working on that side on the inventory management location. And with our solution, both requirements or both different logics of logistic structure are covered in the same application. That means just switch the next one. That means if the customer has both inventory management and warehouse management locations, both outbound related transactions like outbound deliveries on the inventory management side, as well as pick tasks on the warehouse management side, will be just collected in the same folder. So all of these ones are outbound deliveries right now. If there will be a warehouse management side connected to the application, then also pick task will be collected here and handled and treated in the same way, with the only difference that in the warehouse management, you also have logistics areas and are not managing the stocks on the site level or on the location level. Now we are coming to the roadmap. So for Q2, and this is nearly finished, then we are enhancing our solution for also supporting serialized and batch-dependent items. We are also working on the SSO support, and that's already done since beginning of that week. We are already supporting inventory counting tasks. In the next quarter, we are going to focus on the authentication via the identity EIS systems in the S/4HANA environment. And we are switching from a pull approach, getting new tasks, to a push approach. So newly created tasks in the target system will be pushed automatically to the device. And in the last quarter of that year, we will transform the current logic from the inventory management to the warehouse management. So adopting also put away task, pick task, and other internally related tasks to scan4cloud. And although this is the more complex part in S4, it is easier to match it to the, let's say, historical logic, how scan4cloud in Business ByDesign works, because in Business ByDesign, we only have this approach of having the complex structure in the logistics. So it will be even easier for us to connect and create the linkage between the logics to also display these kind of tasks. Last but not least, let me explain how the development in scan4cloud looks like and how the release schedule looks like. So this year, we are probably creating new internal versions on a weekly base, or at least on a monthly base. Starting from next year, we are going to move forward with the release schedule. So we are going to release 4 releases a year, starting in March next year, with the 2025 free release, continuing with the June, September release, and the December release next year will be the last one. And starting from 2026, we need to check if we are keeping these 4 releases, major releases a year schedule pattern, or if we are moving to somewhere else. That's not discussed and decided right now. And of course, in between these major releases you see here, we are going to provide minor releases to each release, which is focusing on bug fixes and minor improvements, while major releases are including the bigger functionality enhancements. So that's it from the live demo, and now I think we have reached the Q&A session. So I will hand over to Andre back again, and we are happy to answer all your questions.
We did. Thank you very much, Johan. So Q&A session. Do you have any questions? Is it possible to directly post goods issued to cost center without outbound delivery? I have a case where the customer just goes to the warehouse and wants to pick some material with regards to a cost center.
Simple answer is not yet. In Business ByDesign, we call this function. We have called this functionality consumption for cost center, which is the official name in Business ByDesign. In S4, we have not yet focused on that functionality, but as the roadmap you have seen is just a plan, we are happy to change it based on real customer requirements. So these kind of functionalities are, let's say, easy to implement, and they already have a place in the long-term idea of the scan4cloud functional scope. And as said, all releases we are going to plan now and in future are customer driven. So this for sure is a functionality we are looking forward to implement in scan4cloud.
Is the solution designed for inventory management IM or warehouse management WM in S/4HANA Public Cloud? I did not see yet if it works with warehouse task or storage bins or just on storage location level.
Yeah, I think the question was raised before. I have shown it in the previous slide. So we are going to focus on both inventory management and warehouse management locations. As already explained, we are in the beginning now to get the first idea of how the S/4HANA Public Cloud application should look like and will work. We focused on inventory managed locations, but we will switch in the second half of that year to also adopting all the logics to warehouse managed locations, which, to be honest, will be easier for us because as scan4cloud has its origin in Business ByDesign, we only know so far so-called warehouse management structures, including task and a complex logistic structure. So finding the mapping between the old area and the new area will be easier for us when starting adopting the warehouse management logics.
Katie has another one. What type of user license in S/4HANA is going to consume to use scan4cloud? So I know in BYD it's the self-service users, so it's the cheapest one of all the users, but I don't know the structure of S/4HANA Public Cloud yet, but I guess Johan is.
Yeah. Simple answer will be the user will need the same licenses in for using scan4cloud. The user would also need to have when processing the functionalities in S/4HANA Public Cloud directly. So it depends on user rights, which is also defining the functional scope of scan4cloud.
Okay, thank you very much. So have a great day, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.